Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you for so much love and support and dropping those beautiful comments. Just let me know, hey, keep on going. We got this. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful or just gave you good vibrations towards your spirit, and you would love to share the videos with the loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and just need spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you as always once again, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. As always, I place all my contact information for you to be able to connect with me if you have any kind of spiritual questions, or something about your life purpose you may not be sure about. I'll try my best to help you, even from my experience, or finding the information to get you along your way on a deeper understanding. I'm still listening to the same music from Jason Stevenson's channel. It's called Positive Manifestation Butterfly Effect Instrumental 396 hertz miracle tone. And the video I'm doing is Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, receiving that powerful view of clarity when you change sight of your focus. A lot of time, a lot of us are venturing out into doing new things, and it can be very frustrating when you're trying to find your place into those foreign paths that you're being guided to. And a lot of times when there's something new and you're already learning more about yourself, sometimes we're like, do we have what it takes? Or how am I going to be perceived? Or, what if I fail? And, a lot of times we can stay fixated on the wrong thing that would create a problem within ourselves that can leave that vibration of self-doubt, leaving yourself at a low vibration and not giving yourself a chance to venture off into something new. Or you're thinking about certain other things that you may have stepped back on, failed, or whatever. And they don't want you to be able to do that, because it's like everything has a purpose for happening. We already know that. A lot of things that we are connecting with in our life leave some kind of dialect of, acknowledgement or wisdom or life lessons that we're healing our souls for to move forward. Yes, traveling on new foreign ground is very scary, especially if you don't know how certain things are going to be taken. How are you going to be able to manifest something into that? Universe is not giving you this where it's going to watch you fail, but you also have to give it your all. Don't create a problem for something when you already are your solution. There's no problem. It's just on you. How am I going to allow myself to believe in myself that I know I can do this? Or am I going to allow myself to go with the flow? Am I going to follow the insight that I'm being guided towards? And I tell people, if you have heard the same thing one time, like in two different ways, or there's many times where it's being reflected to you about certain things, it's just times like, when I was constantly doing my podcast and stuff like that, I was just worried, like, how am I going to do this? And I had to think to myself, girl, you have been doing almost close to 5 years of doing videos. They can see you here. Podcasts, no. You can sit up here and be scratching your head, digging your nose, whatever. They can't be able to see you, but you're giving out your insight there. And so, even though I haven't did those for a while, because it's just like, I'm not trying to put too much on my table, but I'm also trying to give everything all I have. And it's just like certain things I had to pause for the cause. And then when I get through these different situations from purging and allow myself to do on this, I'm going to venture out to all these different things. And yes, it was scary for me, but also exciting too. in that way, and just giving it my all, and a lot of times, I had to push myself out of my own comfort zones. Certain things I didn't like doing. If I'm being guided towards it, or if I get a vision on the things that I can be creative within, writing these different things down, and just allowing myself to be putting that at play. And it's just, these are the things that's showing you, you don't know how your inspiration towards your life has been altered, in some kind of way, for you to be able to venture out and make it your own, because there's a lot of times we have been in, these different illusions, and cast it on with all these veils. And so when you're allowing yourself to learn to how to unlearn, deprogram on what you've been programmed with, being able to step out of the bounds of blurred lines of limited beliefs, you're showing other people how to do that. And a lot of times people are feeling like, oh, if I'm, this certain, like if I'm middle class, I can't go higher than this, or if I'm this nationality, they say we can't do this. You are the power to do anything that you want to do. Only thing is, a failure is when you don't allow yourself to try. And they want to be able to know, when you're allowing yourself that view, to be able to change how you're looking at things. There's times where I got very discouraged when, people weren't really watching my videos, and it's just like, you just don't know who's getting impacted on that. Just because you may not get a lot of comments, don't think that, people are not listening to it. A lot of times, even with people that may not even really care for you, they're watching it as well. But you're also showing them, don't get fixated on somebody else, that you lose sight on what your life can be if you allow yourself to do that. The only person, your enemy, your main enemy is the enemy within yourself. You can talk yourself out of a lot of blessings. A jealous spirit can talk yourself out of blessings that people may have been sent in your life just to put a blessing in your life. But if you start getting that jealous vibe, you don't automatically block the blessing. So everybody is working on their terms, on where, okay, let me allow myself to not compare my journey to somebody else, allowing myself to know not to put limitations on myself, but be able to go face forward, just keep going. Universe is allowing me to venture off in these things. Just when you are able to see somebody achieve something else, that's a reflection to know that you can achieve it too. And when you're changing your focus on it, everything unfolds, like that within life. Some people can catapult into something, or somebody can, collab with somebody and catapult with that. But when universe is having you do this on your own, this is your own creation. And a lot of times it can feel like you're lowballed when somebody doesn't support you, give you that encouragement, or, want to help you invest within this, because universe has placed them out of that. So you'll be able to say, you know what, even when somebody didn't support me, I was able to support myself. Even when I didn't, get that encouragement, I was my own encouragement. I was my own, cheerleader. You became your own upgrade. You don't need somebody to upgrade you. These are the things you're upgrading yourself. You're being able to show people I'm self-made. I created this on my own. I've seen so many different people I truly admire on how they just embark on stuff. I said, man, this is like some, hustler goals. And I really like that. And it's not comparing my life to that, but it gives me that mentality. Is like, when you have been at that point in your life where, Robin Peter tried to pay Paul, you trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And then you're going to allow yourself to, either you can allow that to stop you and make you feel like, oh, life ain't going to get any better than this. You just basically, conjured up that to be your reality, and being able to say, you know what? I've got to that point where I'm tired of struggling. I'm allowing myself to invest within myself. Not worrying about who else is not believing in me. As long as I believe in myself, I can be able to allow myself to do what I have to do. Because when you allowing yourself to put that like in a manuscript and being able to tell yourself, you're embodying that to be your reality. Universe is going to do anything it can to, inspire you to be able to do that. Because it was like people were like, girl, you need to go ahead and do podcasts, this and this and that. And I was just like, I don't know which ones to do, which all the, download all these crazy programs and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I said, universe, I really want to be able to jump into this and be able to get all this done. How can I do it? Next thing you know, I'm on Instagram and I see this one app, this called Anchor app. And it kind of, because I know I'm a spiritual anchor and stuff like this, and that all that stuff started coming down to me. So I'm getting views from all different places, sharing my videos and my posts and stuff like that to IG. Sitting up here sharing my other stuff to Facebook, to where I'm getting it out of there. I had to be able to cut people out of my life, because it was just like, when I was on my old page, I had like almost like close to 3,000 people on there. But a lot of them was either there because they knew something about me and wanted to constantly stay in business, or trying to see what the left hand and the right hand was doing, or just being there and ain't even liking nothing, but just constantly posting, just constantly looking at what you're going to do now. But it was just at that point where if I'm not posting something that's going to inspire myself to inspire somebody else, I'm not on there. I'm doing something else, because it's just like so much stuff is going on. It's hard for me to be on social media like that, because it's like all that heavy energy and all this stuff that's going on, especially around the time when all that government, presidency and all that stuff coming in. It was too much drama. But all these things are unfolding. You have to be able to trust yourself, being able to know if you invest in yourself and keep investing in yourself, you are going to be able to, you're going to get a vision about the things that you want to do. If you're writing down and being able to put your thoughts on paper and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Universe, are you going to, help conspire this to make sure that I can be able to do this? Because if you're investing something positive within yourself, that it can impact other people, trust and believe. Universe has already instilled that into your mind, and they're going to have a good gameplay, or how this is going to be unfolding for you. Yes, it may take some time. It may not happen overnight. Even if somebody tells you no, and you knocking on the door, you're going to get a blessing somewhere else down that street, even after you done heard a couple of no's, because it's like the universe wants to see. I was that type of person. If it got too hard, or I wasn't getting the answers I wanted, I always fall back and quit. My mom always told me, you can't keep doing that. You're going to miss out on a beautiful thing if you keep allowing yourself to let go, because things get hard. That universe places that on you to see how bad you want something. Because it's like, if you say, this is something that I know I want to be able to pursue and do within myself, that I know I can profit off of, and not just being able to help me in a positive way, but it's going to help a lot of people. Universe is going to see, how far are you willing to go for it? What are you willing to separate from? What are you willing to sacrifice to be able to get to where you're wanting to go? We're going to keep putting you in different spots and sending you certain places that were all signs saying this door about to bust open for you, and you just knocking and nobody's not letting you in, or you trying to open this knob and nobody, that door is locked. And then it's going to get you frustrated with the universe is saying, you keep sending me towards all these different ways, and I'm still not getting what I want. So are you going to stop? Or are you going to allow that no to end up possibly being the next door that's going to give you a heck yes? And then when you finally allow yourself to keep going on your grind, keep doing you, but doing a better you from the last time you did it, add new strategies on way you learn. This is just like, they'll show you different things and say, okay, well, maybe if I went this direction, it didn't work, but let me add something to this direction to make this, this journey a little bit more exciting to me, allowing myself to, be my own trivia. And when you're allowing yourself to do that, universe is seeing, what, they're a go-getter. They're allowing themselves to keep going. And what they're doing is they're creating something within themselves that you're going to be a big example for. Because a lot of people feel like, it's overnight celebrity. I know there was a song about that back in the day, and that was a good jam. But I'm just saying, some people are having a blessing. They can be able to do that. But when you finally get to it, when somebody told you can't enter that door, there's going to be a blessing with you somewhere down that road, that you're going to come into a big old blessing. And that main one that joked and laughed about you saying you can't come into the door, you're going to come all the way back. You're going to buy that whole daggone building that they told you weren't even able to go into. So when you're allowing yourself to inspire, to be inspired, and you're allowing yourself to change the view of what you chose focus on. Don't choose on how to look at things and saying you're already going to fail, because that's what you're creating within your reality. All it is to it is but to do it. Don't sleep on yourself. Just because other people's quit on you, don't you quit on you. You will get the clarity you need when you're allowing yourself to view on your life changing for a better for yourself. When you're allowing yourself to work, it's like, I like being able to create this. This is my baby. And I like the fact that even though I don't have the top, view qualities and all those, a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, is giving me that momentum to create something better. What content am I going to use today? What is something that we're all having an issue with facing? What is going on to my life that there's many people that can relate? How can I be able to allow people to be open to say, let me listen to her videos, because she truly can relate to the struggles that I deal with every day. Allowing myself to be honest. I'm not picturing or pitching a perfect Patty person. Yes, I have days where I really feel negative. Yes, I have days where I hate everything around me. Yes, I have days that I just don't even want to live anymore. But there's always something inside of me to say, you are not giving up on yourself. I'm not going to let you. You got so many different things that's coming into your life. These are happening for a reason. This is going to be your inspiration by a lot of people not supporting you. It's going to be your inspiration when there's only you that's supporting yourself and encouraging yourself. But there's going to be some people that want to get that insight from you because they want to know the trick that you had to keep going. And when you're allowing yourself to know these things are taking place for a reason, and this is the thing that's going to help you. So allow yourself to keep going. Allow yourself to be able to keep going within that situation, to be able to know everything happens for a reason. When you know you want better in your life, you have to be able to focus on what you can be able to embark to come better. And that's what universe wants us to do. Change the way you're looking at things taking place in your life. If this told you no, this is giving you a reason to challenge within your own self, you're going to become that yes. Don't worry about what's going to be able to go. I had a friend on here that I loved watching his horror animations, and the boy was good. He was doing his own stories, did his own voiceovers, and did his own animation. And it was just, the fact is, it just seemed like he was a sore thorn in a lot of people's sides. So they start taking all his videos down and flagging him for something. And I'm like, Dad, these videos are really good, and just the way he comes up with it. And he was very consistent about it, because I don't know anything about how you do illustration and stuff like that when it comes to videos like that. And there's other people that I watched as well. But when he ended up doing that, and they kept flagging him for stuff because they seen something good in him. And then next thing you know, when I was just like, Dad, he's going to do this. Next thing, he ended up having his own streaming service. I said, see, somebody done blocked you from what you got going on because they seen something good in you, and you end up creating something else. And that's where you have to be able to see different people. They go through many struggles on trying to come up. There's a lot of people that weren't born with that silver spoon in their mouth, and they created something powerful. Like, I love the director Tyler Perry. If there's anybody who love watching his movies with Medea, that reminds me so much of my parents and stuff when I grew up, especially my mom and my sister. And being able to know I can relate to a lot of things in his life. He goes to my family stomping ground in New Orleans. He was homeless there. Now this man got his own, he done bought his own daggone, Fort McPherson in Georgia. And he uses that right now for his props. He done brought a whole airline, property. That is what you call goals. Even though people may have negative things to say about him, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I just like the movies. But it's all about what you choose to create, because a lot of times you can be that painful reflection on somebody that sees what you got in your life, that you want to keep going for it until you get it, and they will just go ahead and crap on you. They don't want to support you, don't want to do that because they gave up on their dreams. And never take advice from somebody who done gave up on their dreams. You'll be able to connect with somebody who's creating something of a dream that is end up being a reflection of a beautiful blessing. And that's what universe wants us to do. Change focus on how you tend to see where you're being guided towards, when you can say, this is about to be that next step that's going to open my life in a way I never saw myself going. And when you have had a life that has constantly just crapped on you and crapped on you and crapped on you, you're going to get to that point where when you did not allow yourself to, just to let go and just say, whatever, you allowed yourself to go, you don't know, right around that corner is going to be your big glow up. And they want you to be able to know that just because when you have constantly been able to invest in stuff, there's so many different things that took place in my life. And I said, I had to make, peace with that, on how many times I done came up into something and somebody, messed that up. But that's when you're constantly, you're seeing your blessings and it's getting snatched away, because it's not saying that you don't deserve those things, but they're telling you to keep moving, because we got something so much better than what you are about to take place within this. Because it's just a lot of times we feel like somebody's blocked us from something, or if I didn't go this direction, I would have had that. Everything has a reason for happening. Okay. And that's what they want you to be able to understand. Even though you didn't get what you wanted, they're going to direct you towards something you're really needing. And that's usually better than what you wanted in the first place, because I say a lot of times, universe will hand you what you deserve. A lot of times what you're working on is mediocre to what they're willing to give you. So allow yourself to be inspired. Allow yourself to be creative. Change your view of seeing where your path is going. Allow yourself to have faith in yourself, even when nobody else does. Because trust and believe, there's some people that you even know is going to have faith in you. So I hope you are having a blessed weekend. Start the weekend off right. Please be safe and very responsible. Like and subscribe. Drop a line. I would love to be able to hear from you. And, tell somebody about the channel. Like I said, I leave all my contact information in the description box below. I hope whatever you're working on in your manifestation comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and you receive your blessings sooner than you also expected it. Even through life, social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You never know. All those things really help somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love. Bye.